Yeah, this is JD Walt. I'm driving along Highway 68, taking my friend Marcus Green back to the airport, and I thought it might be a good time to capture a couple of bits from one of my favorite worship theologians. Just saw an article today about the deadliness of personal handheld devices driving. So Marcus, this is going to be, let's make sure I actually got you in the scope here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared. Sure.
What do you want to talk about?
One of the things that we talked about in our time here, you did it at Levite camp last week, was the connection between us and memory. Not memories, but memory, taking us back to the big story in worship. And I was thinking yesterday, I've thought about this before, I was just reading through the end of Mark 10, beginning of Mark 11, where Jesus heals Bartimaeus on the way out of Jericho. And the next thing he does is the crowd is singing, "Hosanna to the Son of David," and he's going into Jerusalem. And I guess I was thinking about this because in chapel, every time, you know, we're in Lent, and I've been here and it's been great, and almost every service I've been to, everyone has been singing Hallelujah, every hymn, and it's just been causing me to smile because I know you prefer to sing Hosanna rather than Hallelujah as we're in Lent. And so I was just thinking of that story. There's a beautiful thing in that story, and it's a connecting back to memory, not memories, not stuff in our past, but stuff in the big story of what God is doing. Bartimaeus on the outskirts of Jericho, blind. Jesus about to go into Jerusalem from Jericho, the first king in 500-600 years in David's line to be crowned, although it's a strange crown, in Jerusalem. The last king in Jerusalem in David's line, Zedekiah, uncle to Jehoiakim. Jehoiakim hauled off to Babylon by the Babylonians. Zedekiah put in his place. Jeremiah prophesying, knuckle under, it'll be okay, we'll be fine, just this time don't rebel. But rebellion's in the people's DNA, so what do? They rebel. Babylon comes, crushes them. Zedekiah and his sons flee. Where do they flee? Jericho. The Babylonians capture them at Jericho, haul them off to Babylon. They slaughter Zedekiah's sons before his eyes, and then they put his eyes out. They blind him. Jesus, at Jericho, where the last king was captured, sees a blind man. He's about to be the next king, shouted, crowned, acclaimed in Jerusalem. And the resonance of the memory is enormous. Salvation is putting right what's wrong. And in that place, that's what he does. He puts right what's wrong.
That's amazing. Wow. Should we put a period right there? Or maybe an exclamation point?
Okay, whatever.
All right. Man.
Is that okay?
That was great.